Healing process, you cannot do it yourself. It is not about being strong, a man, doing it myself, because we are humans. So do it together with others. And when your efforts is not enough, take professional help. Your voice, man. Well, I don't know. Sometimes. My name is Parash Lama. Today, I'm 48 years old. When the fire started, when I was in the discotheque, I was around 21 years old. I was there with a lot of my friends and my girlfriend at that point, and my little brother. I survived the fire. My little brother didn't. He died some days after in Norway. And the journey of healing has been my lifelong process.
If I should say something about what I've learned throughout these years, is victim and survivor is two different sides of the same coin. But being a survivor brings a self-esteem that victimhood doesn't. When you become a survivor, you also see it very closely that you're not only surviving, but you're also living, and you want to live life at its fullest. I was a teenager when I went into that party that ended in disaster, and overnight I became another person. But it wasn't overnight, it took many years. And the experiences that I got, I don't want to change it with anything in this world. I got an education which no institution can teach out. And today my purpose of life is to help other people in a similar or different situation. But my main goal in life is to serve humanity and people.
You come back to the reality, to your town. You were left with the feeling that nobody can understand you, right? Because the fire, it was so special that only those who were there who could understand you. So the support team, the helpers, the psychologists, it felt like they don't understand you. So what's the point talking with them? They wasn't there. You have to be there to understand what we went through. Time went by and I know now that I was in a shock. I didn't know then. Everybody has their own process, but still I saw that my friends were not feeling good because we were together and we didn't want to talk to other people about what we were feeling. But at the same time, we were fooling us also because we weren't talking to each other, because we thought now we have a chance to be somewhat normal again. So why do we talk about sorrows and the fires, just talk about good things in life. But we were just pretending because everybody inside wanted to talk. But in the group mentality we had no, we don't talk about it. It's okay, we manage it. And I saw also some of them starting to do drugs, for example, to, when they're alone, to just relieve themselves.
At the time of the fire, I was 29 years old, I had a baby at home. He was 1 year old. Thank God we came that late, so the teenagers that we drove didn't come in because it was already full. I was working at the youth center, and all the youth centers in Gothenburg was open around the clock. We did not even go home for sleep. If you don't have this between each other, as we call love and compassion and everything, you don't put the window together. And that's the thing I have all the time in my heart and in my head.
We opened up the youth center. We started to call all the children or the teenagers whose phone number we had, and within like 48 hours, we knew that we had lost 6 of our teenagers and 1 colleague.
Lot of work by yourself, not as we were used to. But I've been working in 10 years at the moment, so I have some experience at that moment. But all of my colleagues was working themselves. After a while, we were over 50 persons at the place, but the event was too big to handle. Just as here, we can be 100. We haven't handled it as well.
I think you have to realize this can happen. You must be. It's hard to say, but it's life. The only thing we can do, it's prevention, and of course, as the fire department, we must do our job. We must have the organization so good as we can. We have the equipment so good as we can. But we must also realize that there is a limit. We can't have, as I said to you before, the fire station in every corner. It's not possible. Soon after the event, there was a work together with the city to go out and inform the school pupils, different ages. We have the grown-up schools, and we were there and talking to them and to inform them how we work, why we did like we did. The one main thing is to put the puzzle together. As we say, it must be a clear picture of what happened, what we did on that scene.
And now I know that, as I said this morning, there are no shortcuts. There are just patience and long-term work with the resources that there are. I have to just remind myself and remind maybe you also that the mere definition of a catastrophe is a situation where the needs are bigger than the resources. So there is always a gap in every society when there is a catastrophe.
Периодот стварно е доста тежок. Мислам дека родителите се отворени, бидејќи од оваа страна имаме луѓе кои доваѓаат не само, ајде да кажам, да ни солат памет или да ни кажуваат тука, тоа се луѓе истата судбина што имат, истите работи ги имат поминато и тие стварно од се срце сакат да им помогнат на нив, да им кажат они тоа како го имат преживеано, па да им дадат рака на тие луѓе, да им дадат помош, подршка у овие тешки моменти.
Заеднички се сеќаваме, заедно жалиме и заедно учиме да продолжиме со животот, порачуваат нашите гости од Готенбург. И тука ги препознаваме истите вредности на помош и поддршка што сакаме да ги пренесем. И срекни сме што за тоа не мора да се биде психолог, не мора да се биде психијатар или психотерапевт, додека доволно е да се биде човек во најубавата смисла на тој збор.